already
to use the American.
You know
That's
what?
right.
It's not just the sex stuff. It's all the question about everything she's done in office, from the missing Rose, law firm records to the $1,000 cattle futures. No, I'm saying don't lead with it. We all know this. We all know this.
Okay, it's $100,000, and it was in the boxing room. The paper showed up. I have one problem with it from the past. It's not evil necessarily, but it's the part of politics I don't like. It's the fundraising, the Motel 6 stuff. They're using the White House as a fundraising stunt, having these people come in, live it, stay at the Lincoln bed, and all the money they raised. It was, to me, irreverent.
What about all the pardons on the way out the door?
Well,
that wasn't so great.
You mean Mark Rich? You got a problem with that?
There was dozens.
But here's the thing. Every one of these things is already reflected in the value of the stock. And by the way, the sins of her husband are not the sins of Hillary Clinton. And Donald Trump needs to be pretty careful here, because he may offend women even more than he already has if he goes down the wrong path, the wrong way.
She might splash into his personal life too.
She might just
do that.
Him.
She should.
I'm not any more responsible for my husband's behavior than you are, than Ivana was for yours.
She's not going to.
How's that for one?
She's not going to do that.
She won't get dirty?
No. I mean, if she has us standing here, is to say, how dare you? How dare you raise those issues? Let's talk about what affects Americans. Let's not.
Susan, I just don't see it working for them. That is old. We've been doing this for 30 years. We're tired of all that.
Well, let me tell you one thing that works in politics was the attack from the defensive position. People do root for the person under attack. We do, as a country, root for the underdog. And when somebody is seen going at you because you're behind the polls, they go, wait a minute, let's see what she has to say. And there's a tremendous prejudice toward the person playing defense. Remember Reagan? There you go again. We root for the guy that's under attack. Anyway, the New York Times today, talking about a game changer, reported that Roger Ailes, until recently, of course, the chairman of Fox News, has been advising Trump and will play a role in his debate prep this fall. As the Times notes of Ailes, he is deeply familiar with the Republican lines of attack against Mrs. Clinton and with the controversies that have surrounded her and her husband going back to their days in the White House. The Trump campaign disputes the story's accuracy, which is always a way of not really disputing it, saying they are longtime friends, but he has no formal or informal role in the campaign. Okay, Ailes has a long history of advising many successful candidates dating back to Richard Nixon. In 1988, he famously prepped George Herbert Walker Bush for an explosive confrontation with CBS's Dan Rather on live television. Let's watch this moment in history.
I want to talk about why I want to be president, why those 41% of the people are supporting me. And Mr. Vice President, these questions are judge a whole career. It's not fair to judge my whole career by a rehash on Iran. How would you like it if I judged your career by those 7 minutes when you walked off the set in New York? Well, now, would you like that?
That was called a showstopper. And that was Roger Ailes advising the vice president at that time, if you want to take on a sparring partner, take on the liberal Dan Rather, beat him in the preliminaries, and you'll look very good taking on Mike Dukakis. It was brilliant politics.
And it was planned.
Yeah.
He didn't think about that on the fly.
He had the sign up, tennis match. Roger's holding the sign up for Bush to go to. He also prepped Reagan on I won't use my opponent's youth and inexperience against him.
Great line.
And in the Mondale debate, he gave Nixon the great idea to have those faux debates, remember, those hour-long sort of debates with people like Bud Wilkinson moderating it, the coach of Oklahoma, and Ed Brooks sitting in the first row, mixing up the audience. Matt,
well, first
is Ailes going to matter here?
I think so. The fact is this, Ailes and
He's
Trump,
got his own situation, but is he going to help with this one?
Ailes and Trump are friends for decades. They talk a lot. I don't care whether it's formal or informal. This makes Republicans and conservatives very happy. He's a shrewd operator. The fact that he might be talking to Donald Trump about how he handles his first debate is just music to all of our ears.
Who are you betting on the first debate?
Who am I betting on? With the largest audience in the history of politics?
Who you bet wins?
Trump needs it. I think he's going to perform. I think he'll have a good night.
Hillary's going to win.
The challenger tends to win. The out-of-power guy tends to win.
Roger Ailes is not going to make any difference for Donald Trump, just as every other parade of professionalism.
Come on, give him a break. He's pretty good. You got to give him a break.
Paul Manafort knows what he's doing, and Donald Trump rejects every single thing that Paul Manafort and the people around him ask him to do.
But you know what might be different this time? Not only does Ailes have a lot of expertise, he probably has Trump's ear on this. And it might be somebody Trump would actually listen to in this situation.
That's right.
You know, Ailes has been there. I'll tell you.
He's been there.
He's been there. He's good.
Got all the other stuff. I'm not here on that. But I'll tell you, when it comes to prepping people, anti-establishment mentality is the very heart of that guy. And the chance to take down a Clinton is rich. Anyway, thank you, Susan Page. Thank you for your partisanship. Matt Schlapp for your reasonableness and some partisanship.